wasn't LeBron. From now on, I'm calling the shots. I don't really care about your hating little daddy LeBron. Your mammy's a petty. Anytime I get beside myself, I remind myself from. Think I gotta go through. I don't like therapists, I don't like most. You love me, my go-to. Love a thing blind on top like Goku. Just left Noble, back in my dojo. Channel like Aura, got the whole Roku. Been big dog from the Tether Road, told you. Wait, don't even know you. Step right, I'm a long trip. Blick of my VIP. Snack of my. Won't break, won't miss. Rich took his check out.
Head out about 10 miles or so from the Capitol Mall, and you will arrive here at Northwest Stadium, just outside of Washington, D.C. Two of the bigger disappointments in the first quarter of the season doing battle here as we get this one underway. And this opening dynamic kickoff not going to be returned. It'll come out to the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll run with a second-round pick from April's draft. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, second down.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line. Daniels looking to throw. Oh, and that is incomplete.
As tight ends go, he might not provide the super flashy plays very often, but he's pretty reliable. Usually an excellent target, and normally catches what's thrown to him, but he didn't on that play.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. To the air goes Daniels. He's got his target. That's complete. And out across midfield down to the 45. A pickup of 24 on the 3rd down conversion. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Here's Daniels. Pass caught. It's Romeo Doubs. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. That early game script that they drew up is working pretty well here on this first drive. Already in field goal range, Charles, knocking on the door of the red zone.
You know, Brandon, when we met with the coaching staff, they kind of predicted that they would come out firing like this. I think you and I were a little skeptical that it'd be this easy, but they certainly knew what they were doing in scouting, in preparation, and understanding what their team was capable of.
And this ball incomplete. Looked very much to be a catchable ball and could not hang on. Second down coming up.
Let's go.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. They give him 16 yards there, and it's a Washington first down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I will see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
Here's 2nd and 10. From the gun, he'll hand this off. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Here we go.
Daniels from the gun on 3rd down. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Sanders' kick is good. And the Commanders get out to a 3-0 lead. So the opening drive does yield points. Maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33. You talk about this Washington defense. They were excellent a week ago in that victory over the Colts.
One thing you always look for when you're evaluating a defense, how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get? How about last week's?
And now off to the races, down the right side. Down the right sideline. Touchdown, Vikings. A big play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings have answered that early field goal to take a first-quarter lead.
I think if you polled defensive backs, they would say the corner route, take that out, make it illegal, because that is so hard to recognize and so hard to adjust, because your first move is to not get beat in the middle of the field, and that's how they move you first before they break off to the corner.
But then as the wide receiver, great job. It's tough to turn those upfield and go, but he did a great job with it there.
Really good balance, really good body control, and how about the end result? A touchdown.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done, because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 15 yards the pickup, first down Washington.
I like the play design there. They occupied the defense downfield, everyone trying to account for someone. But unfortunately, they didn't account for the running back slipping out of the backfield, and he was absolutely unnoticed and wound up getting big yards on that play.
And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. So he's 3 for 7 throwing the football right now. Not an awful start, but also not the sharpest of starts.
No, I would agree with that. But if you're a confident quarterback and to play that position you have to be, you just act like there's something wrong with the wind currents or something wrong with the ball.
It is not you. Keep throwing. That timing usually develops.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. Now Daniels. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 32-yard line. From the shotgun, it's Daniels. Flush to his right. Oh, he had a man open. He overshot him. It's incomplete. You look at this defense for the Vikings. They're trying to cover up some holes in the secondary. Right now, bottom 5 in the league against the pass at number 28.
They're in the bottom 10 in the league. I mean, when you look at their talent, you would think that they'd be much better. Overall, I don't think there's any question you'd have to say that they've underachieved.
And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
And he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. And now a fake on the jet sweep and a give to Chubb. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play, backwards a yard.
Well, let's face it, that's just a helpless feeling for a running back there. He's looking up to find a hole, and all he finds is a whole lot of ticked-off linebacker.
Here we go, Shaq.
Throwing now is Daniels. That one out wide and intercepted. Oh, some strong running. And the Vikings will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
The slot man in motion right. Here's a fake on the jet sweep, and instead a give up the middle. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first. Veteran running back like him, we've seen a lot of those chunk carries in his career.
And that's why you don't just look at his birth certificate and decide when a guy is done, right? Because you know as well as I do, in this league, as soon as you hit 30, they're looking to let you go if you're a running back. Sometimes there's a little tread left on the tires.
And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this first quarter. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Second and 10. Working out of the gun is McCarthy. And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. That's Gregory Rousseau getting in there to bring him down.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Under pressure, they got him again. Daron Payne providing a little deja vu, back-to-back sacks, and now they're staring at a 4th and long. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And now that'll kick out of bounds, and this is going to be spotted back at their own 30. Oh, man. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And, Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
That is caught, and he's going to have a Commander's first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
To throw is Daniels. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
12 yards is the pickup, and it's good for a Washington first down.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense, and on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field when his number is called. The way he's running it, I keep going back to him.
And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. That's caught by Sennett. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. They run the jet sweep. Dotson. Oh, and this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. Looking to throw. Daniels. And it's caught. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 5 yards, not enough. And it'll be 4th down.
There's another example that playing football isn't strictly being physical. You've got to think as well. Nice job reading his keys by the linebacker and going out in the open space when they dumped it to the back.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Ben Sennett from 3 yards out. And the Commanders' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead is now 10-7. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Now a hit and a loose football. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. Throwing to start the drive. Daniels to the right side and caught by Sennett. And they'll get this down to the 10. That gain of 15 gets him on the doorstep, 1st and goal. 2 minutes remaining in the first half, 10-7, our score. They go play action. Daniels. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. He's got it. Touchdown, Commanders. Ben Sennett with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Commanders had 6 to their lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They trail by 10, 17-7 as they come up on a 1st and 10. Over the middle, complete. It's Harris. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit. Throwing is McCarthy. Over the middle and complete to Addison. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Here's McCarthy. And he's got his target, Harris. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 42. McCarthy, he'll set to throw it. Out of the backfield, this is Aaron Jones. And he's taken down inside the 30. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. A 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a one-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. And he's got this to Jefferson, and he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Justin Jefferson, 29 yards. And the Vikings get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And they may just be content to take this 3-point lead and head into the locker room. Play action, now it's Daniels. Open man down the field. It's a tight end center. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Working out of the gun, Daniels. And that is incomplete.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
Now a 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun, Daniels. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Daniels. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Mekhi Blackmon's got it.
And I think this is a situation where quarterback coach in the sideline is going to talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's 3rd and long, and it's still early in the game. Let's not force things here. If we don't feel good about it, let's just check something down and punt the football.
And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And this will be spotted on the other side of the field. It's a 61-yard attempt. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short. No good. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin.
Jason Sanders set to kick off.
A field goal the difference. 17-14 is the score. Back underway here now in this 3rd quarter. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start. Now Jones is hit. He lost the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Looking to throw McCarthy. This one swung out here to Jones. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first. McCarthy off the play fake. He gets it complete to Harris. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
We have seen big plays from both quarterbacks throughout this game, and there's another one right there. Going back and forth, almost like two excellent guitar soloists trying to top each other with each additional play.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
I have to think a major focus at the halftime means had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Got his man complete over the middle. It's Harris. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal. Now Jones. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Now McCarthy. And that's a touchdown, but hold on. There is a flag down on the field. We'll have to see what this is about. So obviously they will decline the penalty there, and the result is 6 points. Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. It's up and good to make it 21-17. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. Well, a dangerous return man showing it here. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. A good starting spot for Washington as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Here's Nick Chubb as they try to fire up this run game. And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down.
Here we go, set.
And again, it's Chubb. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
They'll roll him out right. There's a short one pulled in by Simmett. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And now it's 3rd and 3.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. A strong running. And he's going to have a Commander's first down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line. 73 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
So it looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
Daniels looking to throw. He'll get this complete to Sennett, the tight end. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 12-yard line. 11 more yards there. This methodical drive continues. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's 1st and goal.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. And they'll turn to a power game to try to get in. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. It's the fullback with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Commanders have retaken a 3rd-quarter lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that gives him a 3-point lead. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. A lane opens here. He's past the 30. And a very solid return out across the 45-yard line before going out of bounds. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. As this offense comes back out here, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game. And they've been on the sideline for a while. They did score their last time out, but they just had to watch that long, sustained drive, so we'll see if they can shake the rust off.
Yeah, and that's always a question that you have when you have to come off the bench after having sat there for a long time. Are you ready to go? Are you loosened up? But even more so, are you mentally alert and ready to put your best product out there?
So both teams trade touchdowns in the 3rd as we're through 3 quarters of play. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Now 2nd and 5. There go play action. Here's McCarthy. Flushed out right. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Quan Martin. And the Commanders are going to get the football there as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. He exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
And, Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision can get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is sometimes your receivers find their way open, but oftentimes you end up closing down part of the field and bringing those defenders to the ball. And that one was picked off.
Looking downfield, and that's caught right side. He's got his man. Called that a very strong gain of 24.
Ready?
First and 10 at the
Let's go now.
38-yard line.
To the air goes Daniels. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. The Washington passing game dialed in now. It's a first down.
First and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Ready?
They'll go left side on the ground with Chubb. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's 4th down.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
They'll run for it. Chubb, and he is not going anywhere. They stop him for no gain. Nick Chubb stops short, and the Vikings defense is going to get the football back. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a 1st down.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
If you're in the offensive huddle, you're smiling after that play because you've certainly got them guessing now. 2nd and short, could they just hand it off for another big gain? Or did they take advantage of this spot to take a big shot downfield?
Here we go.
Again, it's Jones. And this will be a Vikings 1st down as he'll get this up to about the 42.
Well, they've certainly been successful throwing it around in this game, and that's allowed them to move the ball on offense. But I've got to tell you, to watch them run the football and successfully, I'm not taking sides, but to see the ball in a running back's hands, oh, that's football for me.
To the air with McCarthy. Finding Harris over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the 1st.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
On play action, McCarthy. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Back to throw. McCarthy. Caught on the right side by Jones. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. Able to get the 1 yard he needed, but nothing more.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I'll bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the 1st down. They love being physical.
Let's go now.
In motion right is Addison. And they're going to give it to him on the jet sweep. And this is not going to work as planned. He's going to be met and dropped behind the line of scrimmage.
As a wideout, when you take that handoff and you're coming around the edge, you're expecting to see nothing but empty space in front of you. But if not...
well, things can go south in a hurry, and that's exactly what we saw on that play with a loss. But they'll come up now. This is 2nd and long. Operating from the gun, McCarthy. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down. Back to throw. Completes this to Addison out left. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
They go back to the ground with Jones. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Aaron Jones, his third rushing touchdown on the year. And the Vikings put together a fourth-quarter drive to take the lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that will make this a 4-point game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. They'll look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there.
And Dotson, he's got it. And he's going to get out of bounds with the first down. So that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the first and save a timeout.
He's back to throw. He's going to let it fly. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the fourth.
Wow.
What a game this has been, and what a drive that was, Charles, to take the lead here late in the fourth quarter.
And, partner, that's a job well done by everyone, from the players to the guys calling the plays. And if I may introduce just one downside to the mix, might be a little bit too much time left. Enough on the clock for a final last-ditch effort to try and steal this win away.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And they're going to have good starting field position. He's out of bounds, but not before he's across the 35.
This is 1st and 10.
Let's go.
Back to throw.
Pass complete to Harris.
And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the fourth.
2 timeouts still available in this final minute. It's 1st and 10 now.
He'll look to throw.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
You get into these 2-minute drill situations, and you often got tired legs on the offensive line. But these defenders, they've been rotating in and out, and they're a little bit fresher and quicker. And the pressure there forced the incompletion.
And his throw here's incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the first down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game.
Here's 1st and 10. To the air again, McCarthy. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
The way he's throwing the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like having there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's thrown it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions. And that means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
Throwing is McCarthy.
This will be caught inside the 10. The Vikings going to use their third and final timeout as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock.
That's a nice catch there. Remember, he had the fumble earlier. No way he was giving up the ball in that situation. Secured it tight to his body and picks up the first down.
Now 1st and goal. Working out of the gun is McCarthy.
And a quick throw here, that's complete.
Well, this fan base on the losing side, Charles, they're going to be talking about this one for a while. They ultimately decided to try to come up with a touchdown on that last play when all they needed was the field goal to force overtime.
Yeah, and the reasoning behind it, that's what we're all waiting to hear, because sometimes there's things that we don't see on the surface. Did the coach feel like, if you tie the game, they couldn't go any farther, they had too many injuries? I'm not sure what was going on there, but I'm with you. I'm stunned they didn't try and kick the field goal there.
So for Washington, they move a step closer to 500 as their record improves to 2-3. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for Minnesota, they'll fall to 1-4 with a loss. And they'll try to turn it around next week as they head to Atlanta for a matchup with the Falcons.
I got keys, that girl's on fire. Who's the boss? I got 5 on me, like what's the cost? I'm at 5 hotel in a suite, I'm lost in white. Get down sheets, I got stripes on my cheeks, Hermes fur on my feet. I'm a lead. I ain't giving nothing back, and I'm gone so far, I ain't coming back. I ain't giving nothing back, and I'm gone so far, I ain't coming back. We burning up. Every time we hear me, we turning up. Every time you see me, I look like Bugs. Pound my friends in a big black truck. I'm Vanessa, I like salsa. I'm a dancer, You pay fees for my big show in Ibiza for my leisure. I don't do arguments in my relationships. I'm lit. You don't want me standing on this and say something. I'm rich. It don't make no sense how I make this. I'm lit. I don't do too.
Like damn, why I get a like urn? I'ma drop top. The sun won't burn when it lit like why, but the stripes ain't earned. I'ma get it right now, I ain't waiting no turn. Got a brand new house, trying to avoid my hurt. About 6 point something in the field like church. Or the hood got whack and the set went turn. Got a 488 in the glide like Kurt. I've been living off golf on the last few deals. When the night check came and I still got chills. Hit a 2K lick, I ain't even go pro. Got a boss outlet, now I'm smelling like gold. Call me Ice Cube, baby, where they sit on my chain. Heard a lame. Trying to play up my name when I'm 23 to it and I'm going no brain, going dumb with these hundreds in my thumb. Got stank. Out here, everything come free. I ain't never met God, but I bet he know me. Put the money in a set of down them streets to the boy. I ain't hooping, I ain't riding on fleek. Got a Porsche light skin in the ceiling, got peeled. I was 20 plus young when got real. Young black boy running, got me out of that field. Better living off game, you should get it on. I ain't never your kind, late but I'm really on time. Girl, what you put in your mind, I ain't digging your sign. True for that mind, hurt but I made it out fine. Still in my prime, bro, really outline. Talk like he Tony out grind, throwing 20 on 9. How you live with no spine, bro, better off dying. Man, you got nerve, bro, need to get a bird. And I'ma get it off first, find a way you ain't surf. You looking all hurt, funny till your ego got nerve. Boy, I made it all worse, woke up looking like work. 150 lay on my shirt, 20 lay on my teeth. Boy, I make a M in my sleep, everything I want in my reach. I'ma run it off tops, wonder where I've been pulling off lots. 454, I'ma keep it on stock. Bezel with the ticker on rocks. Things I tell me what I ain't got. Get it right now where I got it back then. Number one stunner, but the level raised by the a gang with a meal like Philly with a watch 250 and a so silly. When the door got closed, I ain't feel too bad. I'ma run mine up, I'ma have some stash. Now you in a broad purse, but you going outside. Now you on the couch surfing, you keep a little rash. Living out his backpack, need to get it back. Got a grade double R and need both lanes. Got a dollar to his name, but he all gang. Well, you all on my when I find that strange. Keep playing with the fire, but his get burned. But your boy got spit when the light got turned. Got a dog crack when the boy won't learn. Big racked up shorty when the block gets served. Always sorry when the cap don't work. Got the butterfly doors and the fly like bird. And I love my but I ain't them nerd like damn. Why pie get like yarn?
That's how I be happening. Just for all my not abandoned. For my ladies on stage, they clapping. Transaction, cause your mama need a mansion. Get cracked, put them in the. Can't forget the yellow brother near. Shed so many tears, lost 100 friends. Every time I see them, I'ma need that. Believe that. Label tryna give me feedback, tell me bring the streets back. Fans said they want 2015 Vince. Drop big fish, cuz been weak since. Damn. Tell me how you really feel. Yeah. All I wanted was a couple mil. Make the city proud. Put it down for them. Come and tear it down. What are you about? In the ghetto, I'm a Martian. Crash landing. In them dirty apartments. Stay shining. I'll forever be the hardest. Big time. Like the New Orleans. Girl shine. Like the women know ya. Yeah. City in the ghetto, I'm a soldier. Where they at? Where they at? Money growing on trees, hanging on palm, spilling, code 304. She don't want a 16 renegade on up, make it. Buy a tree, no love. I'ma sleep with my Porsche 911, slide through the section. Gotta show my homies I'm on now. Both souls on the ground, never sold out. What you know about this? No glitz and glamour. Under my polo pajamas, face getting ran. Gotta watch for the cameras before you get freaky. Can't with no random these. The sneaky if police come action, then you never see me. The ghetto will trap you, but I love it. Yeah, I love it. In the ghetto, I'm a Martian, crash landing. In them dirty apartments, stay shining. I'll forever be the hardest, big time. Like the New Orleans, girl shine. Like the women know ya. Yeah. City in the ghetto, I'm a soldier. Where they at? Where they at?
We need nobody else but God. That's all we need, you understand what I'm saying? Everybody else is sour, you know what I'm saying? Everybody, family turn your back on you, everything, you know what I'm talking about? But you know one day, you got a soldier like me, I'm gonna stay solid, baby, to the bone, bro, so you know me. You understand what I'm saying? Off the top. Yeah.
I don't need your flowers, I'm living. First time I seen $1 million, I squinted. Bro, give me a pack to help me hustle. Came a long way from the project buildings. That's where Granny went when she left Louisiana, trying to dodge Jim Crow. But you can't escape the master stained glass windows. Got my vision from the past. I'm probably finna go to hell, but it don't matter, seeing heaven on earth. No, I could've been up on the shirt. If I ain't get my together, go to work. I've been hitting the licks since flip verse first. Riding like witchcraft, finding beauty in the darkness like Rembrandt. Everybody gang till it get bad. Do you hear me? The ghetto was a mismatch. You ain't never finna win
up and run it back. Run, 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 run it back. Let's run the numbers up and run it back. Oh no, when we get the bag. Yeah, don't you get too mad. Run, 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 run it back.
You getting money, you really don't need to talk about it. Move quiet, you should try it, there's some clout around it. Chase it, and overthinking the process. Outside of the gate, spewing that nonsense. On the phone, he begging women to come out. Back to back, calling until his minutes run out. Begging for loose change and scraping to maintain. No sipping, and playing with waist chains. I think you get the picture, we outside the frame. Get your Louis Hamilton on swerve lane to lane. On gang. We brainstorm until it rains and we drive a gang. Straight into the Hall of Fame. You need to pay attention. I was 17 and had them shipping the Benzin. I was 16 eating steak with Russell Simmons. I was 15 in the basement with a vision. I could
run it back. Let's run the numbers up and run it back. Run it, run it, run it, run it back. Stuff it in your Birkin bag, cause he don't feed on that. So just run it back. Let's run the numbers up and run it back. Run, 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 run it back. We run the numbers up and run it back. Run, 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 run it back.
Time to add to the cipher. Time is money, time to run the numbers higher. Learn hustling early, it's hardwired. Total bezel, frozen neck or black attire. $1 million make a follow a messiah. Is you a charlatan or really take them higher? We in demand, distributors and suppliers. Be getting bands and signatures on the flyers. Listen, gotta make moves if you really want it. Guess what Jews eat your food, that's how they be on it. It's a must that we hustle today and escape from round table discussing the way that we get to the rack. Matter the game that you play, I'm just stating the facts. The aim of the game to be caking and making the max. I was 20 with a stack, 19 with a plaque, 18 neck icy with my Kango hat. I told him,
run it back. Let's run the numbers up and run it back. You see us out here getting to the bag. Run the numbers up and run it back. Run, 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 run it back. Let's run the numbers up and run it back. Oh no, when we get the bag. Yeah, don't you get too mad. Run, 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 run it back.
Do what I should, man. Point, baby. Do what I could, man. Point, baby. Do what I should, man. Point, baby. Do what I could, man.